Do you guys remember a few days ago, we got several migrants started beating up a couple of New York City's cops? NYPD is not giving them a forgiveness type of deal. They actually hunted them down, and apparently suspects have been arrested in Phoenix. So what's going on here? Why did these migrants who arrived in New York City did the deed and then they're in Phoenix? Well, it's because after they beat up the two cops, they were arrested and then they were pretty much released without bail, which is something that I've never heard before. In fact, many New Yorkers were outraged by this because they feel like the laws that apply to migrants are so much more lax and even to the point of unfair compared to everyday U.S. citizens. And if you look at this, the migrants reportedly escaped New York City to California after beating up the cops because they knew that after a few days, things will change. Protests will start. NYPD is pretty furious about this, and the migrants actually escaped. But they didn't get far. They didn't get to California because if they went to California, they could be eligible for other new benefits, even more free stuff, and I don't think they will be prosecuted. But apparently, ICE actually got them in Phoenix, and the suspects have been arrested. Now, this has caused a lot of political uproar, especially in the NYPD law enforcement department. And many of the people who are in NYPD were really mad about this because they're like, hold on a second. So 2 cops got beat up on the streets and the city releases them without bail? Like, what's going on here? So everyone's kind of mad about this. Even a lot of the local New Yorkers, right? They're really not into this whole entire migrant situation. I know a lot of people and a lot of Republicans out there are like, oh, they voted this themselves. Not really. In fact, a lot of New Yorkers were actually pretty happy when they first got some migrants in because they all thought maybe New York will only get about 2,000-3,000 migrants, help them out, get them into society, get them jobs. And then I think everyone will be cool with it. I mean, if New York did that, nobody will complain. I wouldn't complain. In fact, I'll give New York a big round of applause. But when you take in almost 100,000 people, and you're going to be spending $12 billion whopping dollars in the next few years, and all from taxpayer money, while many New Yorkers now are asleep on the streets because shelters are full, that's when New Yorkers get mad. New Yorkers were actually pretty cool with the migrant crisis in the beginning, but like I said, once the population starts hitting 30, 40, 50, 70, and upcoming 100,000, that's when a lot of New Yorkers are mad because now a lot of the parks are being turned to migrant shelters. You know, many communities in Boston becoming migrant shelters. Airports are becoming migrant shelters. It's crazy here, guys. Even the East Village, this very hipster place, is being hit very hard. And it just seems like this situation is not stopping anytime soon. There's also a lot of talk and statistics about increased amount of shoplifting and even moped theft in Manhattan now. Because you have all these people coming in and not enough shelters. Some don't even have enough food. And it's just chaotic. Basically, no planning at all from New York. And this is kind of like what New York got right now. But so far, it seems like NYPD isn't messing around. They seems to be on high alert recently. And this is what it looks like. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment below, and see you later.